Hello dear children. Today we are going to learn about one important portion in the chapter 3 force, that is about the force of friction. Okay, so we are going to learn about force of friction today. So what happens if we roll a ball on the ground? Have you noticed that if you just kick a ball on the ground, what happens to that ball? It starts rolling. Does it continue to move for a long time or does it stop after some time? So just think about it. When you kick the ball, after some time, what happens? It slows down and finally it stops. Isn't it? Now, who stopped the ball here? You can see there is nobody who is stopping the ball, but the ball stops. This ball will keep moving for some time and then it will stop. Okay. So why does the ball stop after some time? Who stopped it? So what is the answer? The force which slows down the motion of a moving body in contact with the surface of another body is called the force of friction. So this the ball surface and the ground surface. These are the two surfaces which have come into a contact. Okay. So when these two surfaces they are in contact and one body is trying to move over another body. Whenever there is a rubbing of one body over the other body, then a force comes into play and that force is called force of friction. So what is the force of friction? The force which slows down the motion of a moving body in contact with the surface of another body is called force of friction. Let us learn one more definition. Look here, force of friction. Now just imagine our force of friction is this donkey. It is trying to stop the motion. This man is trying to pull, but the donkey is trying to. So friction is that force that opposes the relative motion between the two surfaces in contact with each other. So you can learn this definition. Friction is the force that opposes the relative motion. Opposes means which acts in the opposite direction. Okay. Like just like this. The man is trying to pull it this side, but the donkey is trying to pull it in the opposite direction. So that is how we can say friction opposes motion. Okay, so this is just to show you how the frictional force opposes the motion. Okay, so learn this definition of force of friction. So first point, these are some effects of friction. First point is that friction opposes motion. So you can see that when we are trying to push something or pull something, there is something, another force which tries to stop that movement. That is called the force of friction. Okay. So here when the cycle is trying to move forward, there is a force of friction acting between the tires and the road, which tries to stop the motion. Okay. So this is force of friction here on this tire. This is the force of friction. So force of friction tries to oppose motion. That is one effect of the force of friction. Next, it always acts in the direction opposite to the direction of motion. When we try to push a heavy box on the ground, first we see that we are not able to move it. But then when we apply a little more force, then we are able to move it. So that means that we have applied a force which is more than the force of friction. Just like a tug of war, when two people are pushing in opposite direction, the rope doesn't move till both the forces are equal. But when one force becomes more, then what happens? Then only the rope moves. Okay. So here in the same way the box is moving in this direction but the force of friction is acting in the opposite direction. And when the force of motion becomes more than the force of friction, then only the body can move. So here that this means that the force of friction acts in a direction opposite to the direction of motion. Then another thing is force of friction produces heats. So example is when you rub your hands together, rub it for some time and then you will see that heat is produced. So this is a very important effect of friction. Friction produces heat. When you see that when we strike a matchstick against a matchbox, what happens? Heat is produced, and because of that, it starts burning, isn't it? So much heat is produced that it causes fire. Okay, so this is also an example where friction produces heat. Even you know that fire was first discovered when the cave men, they rubbed two stones together. So when two stones are rubbed together also, you see heat is produced. Now another effect of friction is friction produces wear and tear. That is, the surfaces become plain after some time. You see this shoe. Here on the shoe there are some rough surfaces, no? But when you keep on wearing the shoe or slipper for a long time, what happens? It becomes plain and we start skidding or slipping on that. Okay? So that is what is meant by wear and tear. See here how the tire is worn out. See? Because of constant rubbing and friction, this tire has worn out. Okay, even the machine parts, when they are rubbed against each other also, they tend to wear out. Okay, so we must have observed that slippers, shoes, tires lose their outer rough surface due to constant use. Machine parts also wear out due to friction when they are continuously used. So this is another effect of friction. So we have studied four effects of friction. What are they? First, friction opposes motion. Second, friction acts in a direction opposite to the direction of motion. Third, friction produces heat. And fourth, friction causes wear and tear. So I hope you will learn this from your textbook today and understand